This is your number one baby daddy. This is your, see, it's always choppy, so just be patient. That's just what it is. Okay, it's a little bit better now. This is your number one baby daddy, MrNoGood of MrNoGood.com. Before I start, please hit that logo right there and subscribe. See, I'm gonna have to close everything. I don't want to do that. No good. All the information's at the bottom. Don't worry about it. I got a little emotional last time I was online. I was already sad thinking about how my family was all messed up. And then I got that donation, so my eyes got a little water. It was time for me to go. First thing we gonna talk about today. Hold on. Okay, all right, see. I'm gonna put my phone. Don't worry about my phone. But we're gonna talk about white on white crime, at least in the beginning. Everybody talks about black on black crime. If you ask about black on black crime, you a coon. If you ignore black on black crime, as long as you're politically correct, you can do whatever you want. But there's black on black crime. But just like everywhere else, when you live amongst your people, those are the people you're going to have beef with. White people all out here in these trailer parks and living in the hollow up in the Appalachian Mountains. I'm sure they're doing all kind of crazy stuff. The Hmongs, they're from Laos. They're in Milwaukee. They cut somebody's head off and like, oh, we don't normally do that. But they just cutting whoever they had beef with, they was cutting their head off and were doing whatever, get rid of the body and everything like that. So if you live with somebody, you're going to have beef with them. If you arguing, if you have to argue, most of the time you arguing in your house. And the only other place you could be arguing is at work. Anywhere else, you ain't going to really be having beef with nobody. So this is a story about 3 crackers. Seems like it comes in threes. Seems like it comes in threes. All right, hold on. I might be skipping a little bit because of the computer. Hold on. I'm just trying to get the images. And if I didn't mention, we got to keep all these shows under 2 hours because somehow YouTube only saves the last 2 hours, and somehow on my computer, my last show, the first 49 minutes are cut off. But it works in mobile, and the sound's delayed. I don't know, so we're gonna keep this under 2 hours. Now, I'm just trying to find the names of the people. Okay, this is what happened. Some folks decided to go, if you don't know, this is a place called Frostproof. I guess you saying it's in Florida, Sonny Cracker. I don't know exactly, but it's somewhere in the woods and, like Hatfield, McCoy type woods. Hatfields and McCoys, that's white on white crime. And Hatfields and McCoys were in our area, so my mama took me to go see a play. It was about it was an outdoor thing, and it was about the Hatfields and the McCoys. Them crackers was fighting all the time. All right, they said first, these people going to go fishing. If you haven't heard this story already, they went to go fishing, having a good time, 3 friends. One of them's name is Kevin Springfield. Second one name is Damian Tillman. And the third one is Brandon Rollins. Now, with all this hate crime going on and everything, I'm getting paranoid. I'm thinking everything has got something to do with white on black crime, some kind of racist stuff. Like they're trying to lynch dude out in Indiana. So when I heard Damian Tillman and Brandon Rollins, I assumed I'm like, oh Lord. 3 niggas went to go fishing and some white folks killed them. That's what I thought. Turns out all these folks are white. And everybody in that area is white. Yeah, meth probably might have been involved because the dude was high on it. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. No, they were saying something was about with the engine. I got he said, you stole the engine out of my truck. And then he went and shot him because I have on the next little thing over here, I already got saved, tabbed up, is when the sheriff was saying what's going on. All right. So he shot them all up. All right. Basically, it was brutal. Then put them up in the pickup truck, loaded them in the pickup truck, and drove off. With one of them, I think. Because the father came and his son was dying and all that. He only had a problem with some dude named Kevin. Because the sheriff said, all right, 2 of the friends were already at the fishing hole. The third friend was at Dollar General. The third friend and the killer were in the same store. They had some conversation, but it wasn't like they said they didn't have audio, but according to the body language, it wasn't hostile. But the clerk said, since they all know each other, the third victim told the cashier that he's going fishing with Kevin. The killer says, "Oh, where Kevin at? That's Kevin. You going to see Kevin?" So it was about Kevin. The other two just got in the way. So then him, his girlfriend, and his brother followed this dude. They said they know straight where to go under the lake. And they shot him up. But I'm going to play here. I'm going to cut that one. And we're going to hear what this dude says, the sheriff says about him. And listen carefully. You're going to hear a trigger word. A trigger word. Now I'm not going to tell you what it is. But here, listen. Make sure this is turned up.
This is the trigger man. This is the guy, 27 years of age, and she is the girlfriend of Tony Wiggins. And this is Robert Wiggins. He's 21 years of age, and he's the real TJ. TJ is someone who his criminal history should shock your conscience. It does mine. TJ started to be arrested when he was 12. TJ has 230 felony criminal charges in his arrest history. I didn't stutter. He had 230 charges in his arrest history, 15 convictions, and 2 times to state prison at only 26. There's a picture of Tony Wiggins. Here's the real Tony Wiggins. He's a criminal. He's pure evil in the flesh. He's wild and he's out of control. Mary has 0 criminal history or arrest.
All right.
Tony, 230.
I hit pause. Now, what was the trigger word that you heard? Somebody type it in. What was the trigger word? It's the thing that can pluck nerves. It's things that can make, it's a word that can make people assume that you're talking about. No, it's not wild. That's icing on the cake. But what's the cake word? Thug. 091 mega thug. He called this white dude a thug. Now, if he was talking now, you just have to just admit, people can be sensitive. If the wrong person says the word thug, the wrong people gonna hear that and assume they talking about black people. Yeah, you didn't catch the thug Sonny Cracker because you a cracker. Of course you didn't catch it. That's okay. You're not supposed to. That's why I'm here. For you. I helped raise you, Sonny Cracker. You one of my sons. So that was the thing. If you around the people, you gonna kill those people. So everybody talking about black on black, white on white. And when somebody says, what about black on black crime? What about white on white crime? What about Hmong on Hmong crime? And I believe that they're probably over-reporting black crime. I know the stuff in Chicago, that's ridiculous. What's in Chicago is ridiculous. But not all of Chicago is like that. I know the other side of Chicago, they chilling. It's a cuisine capital of the world. If you can afford to live on the other side of Chicago, you ain't got to worry about none of that. And all they talk about, oh, Chicago, what about Chicago? You're not there. You really don't care if the whole place get wiped out. So quit talking about Chicago. And now they're trying to send some federal troops to Chicago to protect federal property. And they're using the excuse of all these people are getting shot in Chicago, so we got to send them. But do you think they're going to go to the hood and police and put martial law down in the hood with the black people? No. But some of you, thank you, JT, and some of you out here, I lost my train of thought. I got to stop looking at that chat because I lose my train of thought. That's when you're getting old, man. Because right now I have a blank of what the hell I was even talking about. I done had my beer, my liquor in there. But I know I was getting to a point. Chicago. Oh yeah, thank you. They sending troops to Chicago. And they're not gonna they're not gonna police the black folks. But what the black folks, some of these black folks think is that they gonna help them. Now, this is a woman whose 13-year-old daughter was shot in the neck, laid up in the house chilling. I can't do it. I got to get up out of there. But I've also been to Chicago and seeing in the daytime it's all right. It's just hard to explain. I know what you're hearing on TV is terrible, but in general, you are all right. It's just hard to explain. Same with Brooklyn. I know Brooklyn is wild, but I've been to Brooklyn when I went to visit, like Sonny Cracker. We talked about this before. We visit home girl in Brooklyn. You know, she lived in Flatbush, and it was all right. Wasn't no parking. Thank God the elevators work. But these black people think that they gonna get saved by the National Guard. I'm just gonna stand her plight. Everybody getting shot. Now this motherfucker ain't gonna load. See, I need to look this up on my phone. Hold on. I hate to waste time like this. Was this woman sitting up here just swore to God that this is what we need for Trump to send in some troops to help. Because I got something else. I'm going to close that too. They're not there to help them. So, but what I don't like is how any kind of crime can be racial. Now, can potentially be racial. Now, I hope this one works. Because this is a local story. This was in Akron. It was going to blow up. It was this close to blowing up. Remember the number 3. It was this blowing up, going national. And it's tragic. This girl was taking her grandmama to the bank. Please let this play. Please play.
Recent high school graduate was shot and killed while driving her grandmother to the bank. Police say the murder appears to be random.
Holding signs urging Akron police for answers, and at times blocking the crowd as family and friends of Nakia Crawford gathered at North Howard and East North Streets 24 hours after the 18-year-old was murdered at the same intersection.
My niece was very, very caring, loving.
I met her. She's cool.
Beautiful. She did not deserve this.
Her life was filled with promise. Nakia planned to study computer technology at Central State. Just last week, she graduated from Akron North High School, where she was known as a great student with a kind spirit.
A student like this it's just too young, and it just breaks all of our hearts. And we just send our prayers to her family.
Please, let's have justice for Nakia.
Her family says Nakia was simply driving her grandmother to the bank in the middle of the day when another driver, possibly in this black Mustang with tinted windows, opened fire, hitting and killing Nakia. The grandmother was not hurt.
If you know the truth, come forward, please. Please come forward.
Police don't believe road rage was involved. They're treating this as a random, deadly shooting.
We don't have anything at this stage to suggest that the victim was targeted specifically because of her race. We're just, it's too early to tell.
The family plans to offer a $20,000 reward for information leading to the killer. That's on top of a Summit County Crime Stoppers reward up to $5,000.
Why does this have to come into?
Now, this is the kicker.
Great future.
Y'all know, a lot of y'all are on Facebook. And if you have a lot of Negroes on your Facebook that are local from here, like I make sure I really try to keep my friends list local, of local people, so I can keep my pulse on what's going on. If somebody's shooting over here, if there's a car crash over there, if somebody gets shot over here, boom, it's going to show up on my news feed. So, but also Facebook is a place for spreading rumors. And once they catch that rumor, it can go like wildfire. Now, what happened was As you heard the news story, they said it was a black Mustang. But it wasn't a black Mustang. It was a black Camaro. Now, also, they said it's a white man shot this girl, drove off. So it spread all over Facebook and spread all over the area that it was some white dude shooting black people randomly. Then they said, oh, I seen him over there. And then they shot somebody over there. None of this was true. But everybody thought, oh my God, there's some white man in a black Mustang shooting up black people for no reason. Out to be a black Camaro. Benjamin Crump had contacted the family and was interested in representing the family. That's how close it got. Benjamin Crump, you know, he's the Trayvon lawyer. He's all the, if something black go down that's bad, you get Benjamin Crump. So he contacted the family, but it wasn't a white man in a black Mustang. It was 3 niggas in a black Camaro. As soon as it came out like that, Benjamin Crump was pew. He was gone. As soon as Benjamin Crump found out it was 3 niggas that did it, he was gone. And that's straight from right here, Akron, Ohio. That was tragic. That was a tragic case because it was mistaken my identity. One of the niggas thought it was somebody else, shot her. Then there was another young fool in there, and then a 23-year-old woman. They were like 16 and 18, and the woman was 23. So one of I think the 18-year-old was the trigger man. The 16-year-old was in the car. The 23-year-old was helping covering it up. I got to warm up faster, ER Black. Like I said earlier, I got to stay under 2 hours. I got to be under 1 hour, 58 minutes and 1 hour, 59 minutes and 58 seconds. Otherwise, this video. Then it gets you paranoid some more. And how he stood Taylor. And he wants justice for Breonna Taylor. And he should get justice for Breonna Taylor. But I don't think we're going to get justice for Breonna Taylor. I heard some country cracker on YouTube talking about it. You know, one of them conservative crackers. And here's for the record, before I talk about conservative crackers, because that's where I was going to be at. But let me talk about this first. I am not one of these Negroes. I disagree with one particular thing or the other particular thing or one side. We're wanting to make white people feel comfortable. That's not my job. I'm just a reasonable nigga. You got to weigh the good with the bad, the truth with the BS. So that's it. You know, I had that Trump hat on one time, but I had my Obama shirt. I'm not sitting up here trying to be some conservative Negro to help you white people feel good. But y'all country white people can subscribe anyway. Anyway, it's this country cracker. And he was talking about Breonna Taylor. And he said something about, well, if you don't live with a drug dealer, you wouldn't have to worry about that. I thought they had the wrong address. So I posted on this thing, well, I didn't know this leave was that the address was wrong. They just kicked in her house. They didn't have nothing to do with nothing. They just put the wrong address on the warrant, and that was it. But that's not what happened. What happened was they put the warrant on another house with a real drug dealer in it. And they got that nigga. While that nigga was in handcuffs, they put a warrant on this girl's address on purpose because apparently they were saying that she was receiving drug shipments to that house and that her car was seen at some known other place that they raided. So they were basically saying, this is where the drug operation is going on, but sometimes they get shipments of drugs here. This dude was clean. This dude was licensed to carry a gun. So that would be a nice cover. See, I'm just hypothesizing. That would be a nice cover to get some drugs sent to. The woman's at work doing her home health aid, whatever she was doing. He was driving the car, delivering this dope over here. Because they said they seen her car over there. But they didn't say who was driving the car, which was probably the dude. So they bust in the house, start shooting, but one of the cops was outside, shot through the window 10 times. They fired him, but I still don't know what his name is. I haven't. He's gone. Can't find who it is, whatever. So that's what I'm saying. It wasn't just the wrong address. They meant to kick that door in, but still, they shouldn't have came in there shooting. Shouldn't have done all that, because I really don't believe Breonna Taylor had anything to do with it. She was just going to work. And if, I'm only saying if, there was any drug shipments coming there, because they didn't find any drugs when they raided the house, maybe it was shipping it there, because why was that car over there? Why? But she had to have been at work. So I think it was that dude with the clean record that was driving a couple dope deals over there. If there were any drugs connected to the boyfriend, but that's because there were no drugs there. You get it and you deliver it. What you need it for? You got to catch him when he just got a delivery. That's what it is. That's how it go. And like I said, you get paranoid. You think it's white on black crime. This was a dude in Akron that y'all haven't heard about. says an Akron man pushing his 1-year-old daughter in a stroller were intentionally struck and killed Sunday morning by an unknown driver, according to police. Now, this dude was walking on the sidewalk with his 2-year-old daughter in a stroller, minding his own business. This car, which turns out to be a black SUV, drove up on the sidewalk, ran them over, and kept going. Killed both of them. And the daughter's mother had recently died of some, I guess, ailment. So he was a single father walking his daughter on the sidewalk. They identified the victims as Horace Lee and Azaria Tucker. They were found around 10 a.m. Sunday after someone found 2 bodies in front of a home. Detectives believe Lee was pushing his daughter in a stroller on the sidewalk when they were struck by the vehicle. It's ongoing. Well, then this article says the investigation is ongoing, but they found it. And guess what? It was 3 niggas. And I'm thinking, hey, I don't know if it was I thought it was some angry white dude mad that believes all lives matter, drove up on the sidewalk and killed this black dude and his daughter. And as it turns out, it wasn't true again. It was 3 niggas. Anything goes down in the neighborhood, more than likely, it was 3 niggas. And that's a damn shame. I'm going to take me a quick break. Don't go nowhere. Oh, shit. I gotta kill this fly, man. I get in here? Oh, I'm gonna say one thing about Meg the Stallion. It turns out attacking this little nigga, being very violent with him. And I guess since she's almost 6 feet and he's very short, he's a little person. He ended up turning into a bitch and had to shoot her. Couldn't hit back. But women love to attack you in the car. I remember my girl Keisha, I was messing with her for a while. And I went and got her something to eat. I don't know, we was at Rally's or Church's Chicken or something. And she was talking shit in the car. And in my van. That fly's still alive, man. Damn. Y'all can't even see it, but it's bothering the shit out of me. So I'm like, well, I'll just keep this food then. Fuck it. You ain't getting no food. This bitch bit me in my forearm. And I still have a mark. You can't really see it, but it's right there. There's a mark right there where she bit me. In fact, what I'm gonna call Keisha and see what she's doing. Now she keeps her phone in her hand. So if it goes straight to voicemail, she probably was some nigga. Because she got niggas. And red button me, so hold on.
Hello?
What you doing?
Why, look, guys.
Huh? What you doing later?
I'm going to Ray.
Oh, Ray's Pub.
I ain't been up church yet.
All right, baby. All right, I'll hit you later. I don't want to hear all that. I was gonna ask her something. I want she remember when she bit me. What you can't do is just don't get violent with a man, and the man ain't gonna get violent with you. He shot her. She learned her lesson. He going to jail, so it's all good. But if your woman doing all that, roll out. That should be the last day you deal with her. If you gotta pull out your pistol on a woman, she should have been gone long time ago. Got that motherfucker. Got him. I don't feel like talking no more. The only other thing I'm gonna talk about, because it's in the realm of what I was talking about. It was a woman that punched that it was a woman and her daughter. The white woman accidentally bumped the daughter. They had a whole big problem. Turned out the white people apologized. They were trying to pull off. The mom was in the back. They were trying to pull off. She punches the window. The white woman gets out, pulls a gun on him, says, "Get the fuck back," and all that. Uh-oh, no, you ain't trying to revive yourself. This motherfucker rolled off. Now she got arrested because it was on video, and that black woman instigated it. Now what she should not what now what the white woman should have done was put the pedal to the metal and ran her black ass over. She would have been within her full rights. Run her black ass over. But once you get out and pull that gun, that's all it is. Yeah, I'm done. I'm keeping it short. I can't have a whole lot of shit to talk about all the time. Sometimes it's just what it is. There's things that I have written down here, but it wouldn't mix into this. I'll save it for other times. Yeah, only a few things that I have here, and I'll save that for later, because that's not this thing. But I just wanted to run off at the mouth and just keep making content. Some's gonna be interesting, some ain't. It just is what it is. It's just a nigga talking. No, I've never met LeBron. Only thing I've done was saw his wife at Walmart one time in the frozen food aisle. That's it. I've never met LeBron. All right. All the information to contact me is down there. Feel free to text me. Maybe we'll have some call-ins or whatever eventually. A lot of y'all been texting me. So just keep that up. I'll answer when I ain't got nothing to do. And the number is 330-536-3706. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and hit the notification button. I know it's small. Not a lot of subscribers, but it's just gonna grow slowly but surely, and it's mine. It is what it is. They'll come. Yeah, the Patreon is. No, you need 1,000. I already have 323 people. No, 322 people. Something like that. No, I need 1,000. Once I get 1,000, then it'll be popping. But I gotta get to 1,000. It's gonna come. Yep, 334, man. They ain't nowhere near no 1,000. It is what it is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch a little Netflix. You know what? I'm gonna see what homegirl doing. It's still early. I can't put her on speaker because she'd be pissed. Thank you, Pope Politicking. What you doing? You what? Oh. Oh, okay. I was just seeing what you was doing. You were just running around. You still active. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, I was just checking in on you, baby. Just seeing what was up. Huh? It was good. It was good. So how long you gonna be up? Or you gotta go to bed early? What does that mean? Okay, well just when you slow down, give me a call. All right. All right, that's all right. And thank you, Pope Politicking. It's already 11 o'clock. I hate to have to touch this thing because that's why I killed this fly on. But y'all can send me something in the P.O. Box. All the info's down there. P.O. Box 8361, Akron, Ohio 44320. Send something. Send some text. Share the videos. Get your peoples to just hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. It's just going to be slow, and it's just going to be a slow grind. It's a slow grind. All I got to do is stick to it. Eventually, it'll be on there. But now it's a slow grind. So that's it. This is your number one baby daddy, MrNoGood of MrNoGood.com. I don't know enough about Nipsey Hussle to speak on that. This is your number one baby daddy, MrNoGood of MrNoGood.com. Signing off. Baby.